And one of the greatest skaters of all time has joined us here at the Zoomerplex, around the corner from where he is performing at the CNE. Elvis Stojko is a 3-time world champion, 2-time Olympic medalist, and 7-time Canadian champion. And at the age of 52, I hope it's okay I say your age.
It's all good.
Well, you just did.
Is performing once again in the CNE Ice-Skating Show Action. Elvis, welcome to the Morning Zoom with Andy and Jane.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Elvis, you've competed at the world's biggest stages, the Olympics, the World Championships, the Canadian Championships, and now you've been performing to sold-out audiences the last 2 weeks at the X, at the CNE. What's the reception been like this year?
It's been phenomenal. I mean, it's last year we had a really good show, and this year it's even better. Melanie Royer is the director of the show. My wife Gladys Orozco helped with. She put the choreography together.
Oh, cool.
And casted the show, so it's great to work with my wife on this gig. But we're getting like great reviews. People saying they loved it even more than last year. People that see shows on a regular basis, and it's about movies, some greatest hits, and it's just been a really fun show. And we're almost done. It's like the long weekend, and we're ready for big crowds, bigger crowds coming in.
So you are well rehearsed.
Well rehearsed, yeah. I was just talking with the owner of the company, Cecilia, and we were talking. And it usually for a show, for it to gel, it takes about 10 shows of it to really pull together.
Wow.
But we have such a great cast that all the skaters have been amazing, and we pulled this sucker together, and it's been from the get-go, right off the top. It always gets better as it goes, but right off the top, the show was done so well. The skaters have been great right from the first show, the opening day. So we've been really excited, and the crowds have been loving it.
So Elvis, what is the difference between competing when you're in your 20s to performing in an ice show when you're in your 50s?
Well, honestly, it's about the training, and I have to be really smart about how I prepare for this, because yes, we have 18 days and 36 shows in a row, but there's also 10 days of rehearsals before that I've been on the ice. So I've been on the ice for 3 weeks, haven't had a day off. Is preparing my body to take that type of quote unquote punishment for that.
Yeah.
That, if you don't use it, you lose it type of thing. But listening to my body when I need to rest, and then also instead of pushing super hard on certain days, back off, but still continue the training. And really listen to my body. Of course, nutrition is a massive factor. All of these things, and I'm still doing very much a lot of the same stuff I was doing in my 20s. Just have to be very smart about it, listen to my body.
So you're doing a quad, is what you're doing.
Well, now little different shows.
Yeah.
I got that asked that question earlier on. I'm like, no,
bet.
the quad, that's something that you got to train on such a high level.
Yeah.
That doing triples and stuff, I'm still doing that.
Oh, wow.
So that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, the quad, I don't know, man.
That's amazing,
Right?
though. Yeah. And are you more relaxed as an older performer, athlete, than you were when you were a kid?
There are things that I don't worry about now, but you still get up for the show. You still get the excitement. You still get the jitters, which is good, because that's your adrenals kicking in, so that you can have that spark when you're performing. Because when I don't have that, then I'm like, ooh, I'm really tired today.
Yeah.
And then you don't have that special ism that makes it spark. So having that adrenaline there is definitely needed, and I'm so lucky that it's still there at my age.
So this year's CNE Ice-Skating Show Action, we touched on it very briefly. It's a tribute to Hollywood. I saw a clip where you're performing to the Mission Impossible theme. Mm-hmm. You're dressed as Tom Cruise, which I thought was really, really cool. What other themes have you loved to skate to over the years? They don't have to be Hollywood themes, but maybe it's just classical music is your choice to skate to. What have you loved to skate to over the years?
Man, I've skated to so many different things, but when I was competing, I loved movies. I love movies. That's why I'm doing acting and stuff, which I absolutely love. And for me, when I skated to Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which was the martial art program I did back in '94, and Christopher Columbus, the 1492 from Vangelis. Vangelis, wonderful composer. It skated to such great composers over the years. John Williams, who of course did Star Wars. He's done a lot of different movies. Hans Zimmer. These are Randy Edelman. These are great composers, and anything from that quality, I loved skating to over the years.
And what is life like for you when you're not performing in a show like you are right now? What is your day-to-day life like? And how big a part is exercise and skating?
Well, it's a huge part, like, because, getting ready for another tour, which is going to be the Christmas tour that I'm doing later in December, I got to prep for that. So I'm going to take a little bit of time off. Staying in shape for racing because I'm racing cars, which is my next career path. And
I love
then,
that.
it's been awesome. And then I help my wife with her kibble project. She has a pet food bank called the Kibble Project, and she helps get food and supplies out to different shelters, and then raises money to do, spay and neuter campaigns in Mexico. That's where she's from. So that's another thing that I help her with. We do seminars, skating seminars all across the country, do smaller skating shows to smaller clubs and communities across the country as well. So there's a lot of different things in there, acting on the side. But the major thing is staying in shape for the next contract, and then get ready for racing cars and building on that. So there's lots of different things happening.
Well, it's the first time I've ever met you in person. You seem like such a nice, just down-to-earth kind of guy.
Thank you. I just, what you see is what you get.
Yeah. And this show that you're performing, the CNE Ice Skating Show Action, is happening through Labor Day at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. Shows are free. With your admission to the CNE. Yeah. That is amazing. Elvis Stojko, the legendary, iconic. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.